Tree food trade shop. Put on a bit of a show now my walk. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hey, Yvonne.
Hi, Michael. Hello. How are you?
Yvonne came
studio.
over here for 2 months to help me out, and then she came in here. She came in here and transformed the place totally. So she'll be coming back again in a few months' time. And
So you're very welcome
it's
to
just,
the
it's just
studio
amazing,
space.
amazing what she has done. Everything and anything and everything was fired in here on a temporary basis, like purgatory and heaven and hell. And she started doing her artwork then on the table and covered the table and got some old paint and paper here and there and started creating wonderful work and then she kept going further and further on, and the whole thing was unplanned. It just happened, and so maybe you might tell them something about your experience here. And
Yeah, it's been an amazing place to be creative and to look out on that scene there every day and have no distractions other than just doing the work. So as an artist, it's really inspiring between the house itself, the manor house, the grounds, the 9 acres of the grounds, the woodlands, and the courtyard out the back, the orchard. There's so much visual information to work with as an artist, and so much space in the studio, so many props, so many materials to hand. Everything is accessible and sustainable. There's so many sustainable materials, whether you want to do collage, photography, hang large sculptures from the ceiling, make large sculptures to begin with. And this is an example of another artist's work done with a router, a female from Glasgow, and she was working with wood. So it's
Heather Lavery.
Heather
Lavery. A wonderful name.
Very nice.
Same name as her mother. Heather Lavery also.
So as you can see, I'll bring you down here and give you a view of the studio from here. These original tables are all brilliant to work from, display from. All of the beams can be, artwork can be hung from them, and screens put up to divide people's exhibitions. And even if you're not having an exhibition, it would really suit somebody who's trying to work out what they want to do next as an artist, because you have the headspace away from family and friends, you know, to kind of figure your own stuff out. So when you're looking this way, you just get loads of natural light from there and from here as well. So it's a beautiful space to work in. Best studio ever. So we're hoping to bring more creatives to the place and work together, you know, in the space. And I might show you next where they would be staying. I'll show you the cottages where they would be staying for the art residency.
I believe you have a sports car to go everywhere. You travel by sports car or taxis.
Is that my 2-wheel sports car? If you're not too inclined to walk, there's a bicycle on site as well, and that just gets you nice and healthy as you're walking around the estate. Even cycling around the estate, it's like a 2-wheeled horse. So I'm now going to show you the 2 cottages where the artists will be resident in Castlellen, and these windows were created so that you can either see the artist in their workspace They'll also have the studio, but this is their living arrangement as well. So I'll show you cottage number 1. There's usually some Irish language in the background there to add to the atmosphere. So it's living accommodation with a very basic, like galley kitchen, microwave and kettle and fridge, and a choice to sleep upstairs or downstairs. And all the artists will be getting their own firewood. There's an endless supply of firewood here, so the stove is brilliant for keeping you warm in the evening. But you can also do your notes or research down here if you want. It's kind of quite open. It's open as in the art residency will involve the artist working in whatever space they're comfortable in the whole place. So that could be at the front gate in the deepest woodland down there if you want to look at nature or trees, or it could be doing your work here at night time in your own cottage, or it could be working in the studio, or it could be endless hours in a particular room in the house, in the manor house, which we'll show you shortly. So it doesn't matter, it's wherever the artist gets their inspiration and is comfortable in the whole grounds. So it's a beautiful residency to have. And one that appeals to people who are in touch with their natural side, because it's quite rustic and basic. There are showers, but it's not, there's no frills as such. There'll be water and electricity, but in a minimal kind of a sense. And this is cottage number 2. Here, this is Mícheál's office, another office section. So this is these cottages are 200 years old, but some of the walls are rebuilt in the last 100 years, and 25 years some of the repairs. So again, everybody has their own stove. Upstairs solution to a sleeping arrangement, and this will be just a little galley kitchen. And lots of, you can't help, when you step outside the cottage, you can't but help notice a starry sky or an early morning sunrise. So it'll be whatever the artist makes of it. It's just, you're not going to need a TV. The place is absolutely stunning and just full of nature. So yeah, it's just an incredible place to be. And this window over here was put in by Mícheál, the owner, who's kind of broke through that wall, so that there's a lovely view into the walled garden, which is an orchard, and it's a 2-acre site in there with apple trees, pear trees. There's an eco-friendly house that you can work in during the day with a canopy if you're an oil painter, and also it's got a few unusual trees in the whole site, and a whole maze of hedges running around the interior close to the Victorian wall. So that's another beautiful place to work in as well.
I was hoping sometime that Yvonne might sort out my photographic archive. Like, this is the J.P. Dunleavy's room. All the boxes of everything.
Oh, I'd love to.
So hopefully she'll we'll make some progress on that before Christmas.